Okay, so this is not an Elvis related video. I guess it's kind of because Elvis was a huge James Bond fan. One of the last movies he saw in the theater in his life was The Spy Who Loved Me. So I finally decided to purchase this James Bond box set, and so this is I already took the plastic off, so it's easier just to take out, and this comes off, and as you can see, this is kind of the picture of it and back in the movies anyway. So I've always been a fan of James Bond since I was a kid, and I remember back in the '90s, TBS used to play the James Bond. Throughout the year they would do the James Bond week. They would play all the movies from Doctor No to License to Kill, and I always looked forward to it and used to always watch it. I remember when the TV guy would have pictures of James Bond, I would cut the pictures out and tape it in my room and stuff. I was a huge James Bond fan, and it carried over, through the '90s, and eventually, seeing like Pierce Bronson films and stuff like that. So I was always a fan, and recently I was like, I wanted to start rewatching some of the James Bond films, and I was like, oh yeah. At one point, I think maybe a couple months ago, they were streaming on, I think either Amazon Prime or Max. I know they were streaming, and then all of a sudden now, they're not on anymore. And that's like the one thing, and that's a lesson. Don't depend, if you like a movie, don't depend on streaming, because eventually you don't own that movie. Eventually that will be taken down or something, and it won't be. And then I don't know if that's happened to you. That's happened to me a couple of times. It was like, one time I wanted to watch the Lethal Weapon, a couple months ago, and for so long I've seen, it was on Max. I was like, okay. Eventually, when I go see it, it's not on Max anymore. But I do have it on DVD, so but sometimes it's just easier, with streaming. You just click your remote and just get it from there. Instead, now, we have to put the DVD in and that and stuff like that. But I thought, it's important to own the entire James Bond series. So what is this collection? This collection is basically from Doctor No to up to Spectre. So it does not include two movies that is not included in this series this box set is Sean Connery's Never Say Never Again, which I think is made by different production companies, so it's not part of this James Bond universe, and the new one, No Time to Die. So if you want a complete, uh, collection of all the James Bond movies, you will have to get those separate. So which I already have. I already have No Time to Die on Blu-ray. I have it already on DVD here. So the only one I'm missing is Never Say Never Again. So eventually I will, find. I don't see it on Amazon. So maybe someday I'll get it on DVD. So, looking at the package, kind of like, okay, first let's talk about the price. I've seen this at Walmart all the time. It's like $74, $75. And to me, it was like kind of expensive. And I always like, should I buy it? Should I not buy it? And I was like, it's kind of expensive. But you have to understand, well, it's $75, but it's, it includes like 24 movies. So, like, do the math, was it like per movie? And, so that was like the thing. And if you search on Amazon, you look at there's like there's a couple of different kind of like James Bond box sets that cost like almost over $100, and then you can also buy, like, each actor has their own box set. And I thought maybe going in that route, because I already have some James Bond movies on DVD, which I'll show. So I was like, maybe to save money, but then technically when I added it up, you weren't really saving money. So it was like, just get this. At least you have the movies all in one nice box set. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so like I got this on Amazon, and it was eventually the price. Like, I put it in my inbox, in my cart, and I just left it there. And in my mind, I don't know if you're like me, when I want to buy something, I kind of go back and forth, like a debate, like, give me reasons to buy it and reasons not to buy it. Eventually, the price went down to $69, and I was like, I don't think it's going to go down more than that. So let me take advantage of it. And what I've learned with Amazon is the prices can change, and eventually it'll go up higher. So if you see it low, take advantage of it. and that. So I did, and I got it. So let's talk about the front cover. You have all the actors that have played Bond. First, I gotta say the packaging is very bland. I was expecting a little bit more for a box set. I don't know if that meant that it was going to cost more to produce, but yeah, you got the titles of the movies and stuff, and then this is what the cases look like. If I could get it out, really tight in there, very tight in there, but so I get them out here. So first off, just looking at the case themselves, this kind of looks like this is like a bootleg copy of a James Bond film. Really, nothing fancy at all. You think that they would have, better packaging, maybe pictures of or maybe like the posters or something. And this one is I guess the the first discs, which covered the movies from Russia with Love. I'm sorry, Dr. No to The Spy Who Loved Me. It's 1962 to 1977. And they're like kind of in this kind of. We're not going to go to individually in all the discs, but that's how it's set up. But yeah, the packaging is really makes it almost look like a bootleg copy. Very plain. I don't know why the reason of that. Maybe they didn't have a budget to. And this is the Daniel Craig movies. Why they decided to have it so plain. I don't know. I guess when you're going to be displaying it on your shelf, it'd be more like this, so people will see this. But I mean, and then I don't know, but really looking forward to really going back and watching some of these Bond movies. So let me just show you some of the Bond movies I already have in my collection. Back in, I think, a couple years ago, this has to be more than 10 years ago, they came out with every so often they used to come out with the Bond movies. We used them on DVD, and they came out with a series, kind of the 2-disc Ultimate Edition. So I bought Live and Let Die. This is my favorite James Bond movie with my favorite Bond, Roger Moore. I don't care what anybody says. Roger Moore was the best James Bond. Which is cool about this, it was like it's like 2 discs and have a lot of special features. I also have For Your Eyes Only. I even have the price tag still on there from Best Buy. It was $14.99, and this has not been opened, so it still has the I guess gift certificate to Quantum of Solace in here. I also have Octopussy. And you see a theme going. It's basically the Roger Moore films. And it has, which is cool. I don't know if these DVDs have special features on the box set. They might just be the movie. I mean, I have to check it out. But, and then I also have The Man with the Golden Gun. So these are cool because they, have like special features. Other Bond movies I have, of course, I have the kind of Quantum of Solace. This is hadn't even been open. Best Buy it was $4.99. Goldfinger, License to Kill, The Living Daylights, and Die Another Day. So as you can see, these are just some of the movies. Compare storage and stuff. I mean, to see it compact in here, you got all 24 of the James Bond movies in this nice, packaging. So it's definitely in storage. If you don't have a lot of space, this is definitely the way to go. So that's it. Got my James Bond movie collection. So I am excited. And what movie should I watch first? I don't know. Maybe, since I'm a Roger Moore fan, maybe I'll watch Moonraker or maybe I'll watch Live and Let Die. I don't know. But thanks for watching. Again, if you're interested in in getting these. Uh, you can find these this at Walmart. I found those in Walmart, but probably the best way to go is probably um, uh, Amazon. When I went there and I bought this a couple of days ago, it was like the price was like 69 something. So you kind of save a little bit of money. Compare, it's not much, but compared to $75 to but I mean it's something. So that's it. Thanks for watching.